Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Jezebel for all your great content and your articles. And we really needed you. And I think you've really done a beautiful job of filling up an empty void that we've had. This project first came to me about 7 years ago. The three writer creators, Nancy Fitchman, Jen Hoppy, and Katie Ford, came with this script, and they had this kind of dark, sardonic, silly, goofy sense of humor, and it just resonated with me. It really was similar to my sense of humor. And it was based on Nancy's sister Marjorie, who had struggled with drug addiction, but also had this like hustling element of her. And she'd said to Nancy once, you know what, I think I'm gonna be a PI. And she thought, you'd actually be a really good PI. I think we're all coming out of a pandemic, and I know for me, I really wanted to laugh. There's an unapologetic wildness about Peggy that I really appreciated when I read it. She is living life her own way on her own terms, and she has her whole own moral code and way of looking at things. And I thought it was really refreshing, and I really hadn't felt like I'd seen a lot of that in female characters.
It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
99.9% of all industries, there's lack of equal pay. I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was thinking about how different life would be for so many women. We're more likely to be poor when we're old. We're more likely to live in poverty in our elder years. I made that speech a few years ago, and things are only rolling back rapidly and terrifyingly. I mean, women are being forced to carry around non-viable fetuses and risking dying of sepsis in the United States of America in 2023. I'm horrified at what's happening right now. And yet, I'm gonna say, I saw it coming, and I told everyone in 2016, women's rights are on the line in this election. And I really wanna ground a lot of people right now. Without transparency, it's very hard to really hold people accountable. And then there's been things like Glassdoor that are, more transparent reporting mechanisms that people, I think, have been able to use. Having said that, again, there were times during this pandemic, I think there was 1 month that I remember seeing 100% of the job losses were women's. When the crisis broke, women took this, or were forced to take, of responsibility for the caretaking at their own economic peril. And we as a country really have not supported women. I give us a D-. The only important thing right now, well, not the only, but the most important thing is to really get people elected that will support those reasonable decisions, because things have become so radical. The courts have been taken over. We're going to be paying that price for decades. To triage the bleeding, we have got to claw back some more political power. I honestly feel like I'd be doing the fans such a disservice to really talk about anything. It's part of what's fun and tantalizing, is like wondering what's coming. I'll tell you that I didn't see a lot of it coming, so I'm super excited about it. But whenever anyone asks me about Severance, there's a little Harmony Cobell that comes out of me that first of all wants to punish them, and second of all wants to lie to them. So who knows? I'm not going to tell you the truth about anything. Hi, I'm Patricia Arquette, and please watch High Desert on Apple TV+.